Welcome back to Hawk TV, the premiere episode of our little show. We're hoping to be picked up by major networks. So if you're out there and you're a programmer, Disney, somebody like that, John Disney, whoever, and you want to pick up the show, please contact AJ Mansour, the fine engineer producer of this television show. Justin Gaard, my first guest ever, once again, and meets us back there with his whiteboard. We'll have our musical guest in a second, but quick questions.
Quick questions.
This is the final segment of the show. Quick questions.
Quick questions.
Fire off. It's going to really reveal a lot about who you are.
Okay.
First quick question. What's the best advice you ever received?
Winners listen.
Ooh.
That's deep.
Who told you that?
An old national tennis coach guy. He gave a talk and he said, winners listen. And it stuck with me. I was 14. And I don't listen, so I didn't follow the advice.
Right.
But I do know that listening's important.
I think one of the best things you can do as a radio host, a radio person, I think Dan Barreiro does it very well, is listen to the answer of the question you ask. Too many people have the next question prepared and never listen to the answer.
Exactly. Or when you're doing a bit, listen to what's going around you on the show. I think that's very important.
He just wrote, winners do what? Next quick question. Who's the toughest guy you know?
The toughest guy I know.
Toughest guy you know.
I'm going to take a page out of the Meat Sauce book. I think Chad Abbott's the toughest person that I know.
No kidding.
Yeah, oh, God, he's a tough SOB. He's very tough.
Yeah. I was going to say Greg Swedberg.
Swedberg's might crush him.
Very tough.
Probably.
Crush him has guns like...
It's not the Crusher for no reason.
Exactly. It's
no.
Unbelievable. Have you ever cheated death?
I think allowing Meat Sauce into my home
Touche.
is probably the closest.
Yeah, right.
Letting him live. Literally, we share a wall.
Have you seen him naked yet?
I don't think so.
You know that day's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be an accident, or at least will
I just want to know. Is he going to go lucky or yeah? I just want to know which Meat Sauce robot bit he's going to do.
I'm just going to.
I just hope it's not go see it or Daddy's enjoying this.
I'm going to guess he's going to be so embarrassed because just my guess. Obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's you can judge the endowment of a man by his baby teeth.
Is that right?
That's what I think. I think that's right.
Does he even have a toothbrush?
I haven't seen one.
I don't think he does.
We have no toilet paper and no toothbrushes in the bathroom.
Justin Gaard, what's one skill every man should have?
You have to be able to fix stuff.
Ooh. Can you fix stuff?
Absolutely not.
No, so you
I
don't
can't
have
fix
the skill.
anything. My girlfriend actually fixes stuff around the house.
Right,
it's the best.
Do you want to throw a shout out to your girlfriend?
Hi, honey.
What's
Thanks
her
for
name?
fixing stuff, Jenny.
Is she pretty?
She's pretty. She's way hotter than me.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, she is.
Is this the one?
I think so, yeah. Well, she can fix stuff.
That's a great point.
Yeah, so I kind of need her around, to be honest with you. If I get a flat tire or something, I can't fix it.
When you're ready to pop the old question, you do it right here on Hawk TV.
I do that, or just on the radio.
Or on
if
the
she's the
radio.
11th caller, then she could. Then we'll get married. Yeah.
Let's see, Justin Gaard, what's the worst pain you've ever felt?
Emotional or physical?
Either one.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Man, and this is supposed to be a quick question.
You take your time, I guess.
The worst pain I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Well, I cracked my head open when I was 2 years old, going down the slide.
Do you remember that, though?
I do.
Really?
Because I remember I was with my grandma, and I remember we had to go to the emergency room, and I had to get stitches. I still have the scar right here on my forehead. I can't remember which side.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
I went down the slide, kind of facing the wrong way, and then I hit
yeah.
the bottom, and my head cracked.
Right.
The parks weren't as safe as as they are now.
They didn't care.
Yeah, there's kids. You could do whatever you wanted on the park. And now you've got all these nets, and everyone's worried about kids. Back then, especially in Minneapolis, they didn't care what was going on. I mean, they'd have you like 400 feet up in the air on the monkey bars.
Right.
But yeah, I cracked my head open. So I think that's probably the worst pain I've ever felt.
Is that the biggest scar you've got? Because I was going to ask you to have a scar that tells a story.
No, that's it.
That's
I think
the
this
scar.
is the only one.
I have a perfect body other than that.
Yeah, perfect.
Are you a hairy individual?
Yeah, it's
Are you
well,
really?
I thought I was until
you met me.
Until he moved in.
Yeah, he is a Yeti. What is your greatest fear?
Working on the Power Trip morning show.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be scary.
That'd be really tough.
No, that there are positives and negatives.
Yeah.
But outside of KFAN.
I would say, well, apparently we're not keeping his interest.
Not,
That's
no.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of heights.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think I'm afraid of heights.
Do you ride roller coasters and the
Well, I
Tower of
kind of
Death
do.
and all that stuff?
I've started to. I did Space Mountain a couple of weeks ago,
Ooh,
and I mean that was fine.
Right.
I don't know, but I don't like heights. I don't think.
Right.
They scare me. Not being in control.
Right. Before I get to my last question, I have to ask you, how did the Miami half marathon go for you?
Well, I'm here. I'm here talking about it, so that was good.
You love running all this.
No, I don't.
No, really?
No,
Why
I
do you
don't.
do it then?
Because my girlfriend runs, and I have
You love your girlfriend.
right, and I have to. if I want to go on these trips that she goes on to
right.
run full marathons, I have to do something,
right,
or she won't let me go.
Would you encourage people to start running, honestly?
It's fun. Yeah, it's good. It's fun to finish. It is. It's fun. I will say this. The finish line is the best part.
There's nothing better.
And then you get the medal, and then you're like, what the hell did I just do?
When are you going to do a full marathon?
I'm not.
You really won't do it?
No, I don't think I'm going to.
Really?
Well, unless I got into New York, because you did New York. That was pretty cool, right?
It was unbelievable. I'll never forget.
You like that? If I won the lottery and got into New York,
yeah.
I would consider doing that one. Mm-hmm. But the whole marathon is my girlfriend's thing. You know, let her do that. I'll be the big time radio star. I'll be the former state tennis champion,
right?
And I'll play tennis.
That makes sense.
And she can be the runner.
What's her best time in a marathon? Do you know?
3:37.
That's unbelievably
I believe.
Fast.
Qualified for Boston.
Even imagine.
So she's doing Boston for the second time. Yeah, we went out to Boston. I did the 5K in about 27 minutes.
Good for you. That's a good time.
It's no big deal.
5K.
It might have been 29 minutes. I can't remember.
Final quick question for Justin Gaard here on Hawk TV, and then we'll throw it to our musical guest. What is one thing that you really feel like you want to do before you die?
I want to go to Wimbledon, probably.
Really?
I need to go to Wimbledon. Yeah, I think so.
Tennis is fascinating to me, man.
Why is that?
It seems like the last sport where the stars are still really revered by the fans.
You think so?
Yeah, because LeBron James, everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, there are haters, even with Tom Brady, who seems so cool. Tim Tebow has done nothing wrong to anybody ever, and people hate him. But I listened to, after the Australian Open the other day, the crowd just going crazy for both the winner and the loser. And that makes me feel good, man. I got to tell you.
Well, I bet it's the same for tennis and soccer in that niche fans, we have to stick together.
Yeah, right.
Because no one else really cares, right, about tennis or soccer, except the people that do really care about it, and so they probably feel like they've got to prop their, because soccer guys are the same.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people hate soccer players.
They stab each other sometimes.
They do, and if you go to a match, you could possibly be killed by a fan of the same team.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Even it doesn't matter if you're not blowing the vuvuzela as well as you should be. But I think we have to stick together, because if we don't support our guys, who will?
Well,
but you're right. Yeah.
Speaking of blowing the vuvuzela, our special musical guest is coming up right now, our first ever musical guest. We'd like to welcome to the show, singing his rendition of the cattle song, Paul Lambert.
Woo! 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 The cattle are pawing, the coyotes are hauling, way out where the doggies bow. Where spurs are a-jingling, a cowboy's a-singing this lonesome cattle call. He rides in the sun till his day work is done, and he rounds up the cattle each fall. Woo, 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 singing his cattle call. For hours he'll ride on the Ranger far and wide when the night winds blow up a squall. His heart's a feather and all kinds of weather, he sings his cattle call. Woo, 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 woo. He's brown as a berry from riding the prairie, and he sings with that old western drawl. Woo, singing his cattle call.
Well, it looks like we've one episode into Hawk TV lost our Ed McMahon meat sauce, who was also our special musical guest today, Paul Lambert. Congratulations, Paul, and good luck on the rest of your career. Justin Gaard, it's been great getting to know you here on the first episode of Hawk TV. Thank you for being my guest.
I appreciate it, and I'm sorry that Sauce quit. I thought it was a nice mixture of the three of us. I thought everything was working well, but
I'm thinking maybe Meat Sauce Robot will sit in that chair next time around. Once again, thank you for tuning into the first edition of Hawk TV. Please tune in next week when we have a guest that we aren't sure of quite yet. Somebody else we can talk into sitting in that chair for about a half hour. Thank you for checking out KFN.com. My name is Chris Hawkey. We'll talk to you next time on Hawk TV.